Education International and the ETUCE, the European Trade Union Confederation on Education, we've come here for two specific purposes. ETUCE is here, the president and the bureau and our regional director, on a mission looking at the situation around Ukraine and the refugee crisis, visiting a number of countries and our member organizations and seeing what their needs are. EI, to sort of cooperate and support that effort, has organized with the OECD and UNESCO and some others a seminar to bring together jurisdictions and EI affiliates in the countries around Ukraine where the refugees are coming, to have a policy dialogue about what are the approaches and strategies, challenges and opportunities that we have as teacher trade unionists, but also to support those jurisdictions that are receiving Ukrainian students and teachers at this difficult time during the war. We're also obviously bringing our full and total solidarity to the people of Ukraine, to the teachers union, our members in Ukraine, and to make sure that democracy prevails, that freedom prevails, and that the solidarity and support that they need in order to be successful is provided and limitless for them. Well, I think the generosity of the Polish people is incredible. I don't know since the war, since World War II, that there's ever been the number of refugees. I believe it's something like 3 million refugees.
Even more.
Even more? Well, it's 10 million in total. But the highest number of refugees are coming into Poland and all of the other countries. And I think it's fantastic the way in which the union, Solidraność, and others have been a part of the welcoming and making sure that refugees' rights are respected, that their basic needs of accommodation, food, shelter, and education are respected. And so I think it's fantastic. I wish that teachers' unions' voices were more involved in the designing of the policies and the approaches and the responses to the refugee crisis. And that's also why I want to make sure that the international organizations that we also invited to the seminar over the last 2 days understand the importance of working with teachers' unions. Well, in my opinion, you have a number of needs. Obviously, there is the school capacity need. So you're going to need to be able to, and a lot of this depends on the trajectory of the crisis, depending on how long. So we all hope that it's a short crisis, it's a temporary moment, and that the people of Ukraine can return to their home countries. But we have to plan for something beyond that. We can't just assume it's going to be a short crisis. And so we have to look at the investment that needs to be made in terms of infrastructure. We need to be able to look at ensuring that the Ukrainian students have Polish teachers that can actually teach Polish as a second language, that are trained in order to do that they have the resources and the time and the trust and the tools to be able to carry out that important work. So I think resources is a major issue here. I think you don't have enough teachers anyway, so there's going to be a need to increase the number of teachers in the country. I think materials is going to be a real issue. The Ukrainian Ministry of Education was participating in the seminar, told us that they're going to they have a website of books and things that can be downloaded. I think that's an important first step, but we're going to be able to, Poland is going to need to be able to produce those books and those materials. And there's something about finding the right balance between integrating Ukrainian refugees into the Polish schools and the Polish society, but also recognizing the aspirations of the Ukrainian people to return to Ukraine. So in terms of their own language, their own heritage, their own literature, their own history. And so you have to find that balance, and the curricular policies that are going to be needed to be able to meet those dual needs, I think, are going to be quite difficult, but not unobtainable.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.